I'm Kim, and this is my second year doing the tap class.
I am Teresa Lewis. This is tap class number 3 for me. I'm one of the OGs, the original.
My name is Pat Allman. I have always loved tap. It's always been one of my favorite classes to take, and knew that I was going to enjoy taking the class. And it has been a hoot.
My name is Teresa Brooks.
I'm Paula Shreveman, her sister.
Yeah, we're sisters.
This is my third year taking the tap class.
And this is my first time ever taking a tap or any kind of dance class.
My name is Karen Mann. This is my third time dancing with West Virginia Dance Company's Adult Learners Program.
My name is Xenia with an X, and yes, I have taught the Warrior Princess everything she knows.
Sound is a great continuum. Sounds can make us happy, they can make us frightened, they can make us excited.
The sound of children laughing, babies laughing, music, yeah, of course I love. I take violin, so I have learned to really appreciate a perfect note, and that's what you strive for.
Sound is what generates your choreography. It generates the genre that you're using.
Music tells you what to do, especially within an art form. For instance, belly dancing, if I hear this particular drum beat or rhythm or whatever, it calls me in this particular way, where I may hear something that's a more Americanized beat, or it might be classical Russian music. Guides you into what it wants you to do.
We taught cheerleading in a dance crew with the local midget football. We had 18 girls, and we used to do this when we taught. I listened to music and the words and the beat, and that's how I remember and she's the count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And I have to hear the music to remember where move goes next.
I believe at age 4 or 5, maybe even younger, my mom started me in tap, ballet, and jazz. And I took all 3 of those classes, and I think tap was my favorite. Everybody was always in uniform when it came to the rhythm. They did the same moves at the same time. I always liked the upbeat music that we danced to. It was just a great memory for me growing up.
The rhythms, the music, the just feel good about it. I mean, tap is something that you normally do not see it be a sad thing. Most of your tap is all upbeat and fun.
In our class, sound is happy for us, especially when we practice and all of our tapping is in sync and in unison.
And then when the whole room gets it together,
It's great.
it's awesome.
When we can get that, then we're doing good.
Movement. When you hear a song, do you sit still? Most people don't. When you hear a song that has a good rhythm to it, you start moving, all right?
When we stop moving, we might as well stop living. It doesn't matter our age or our ability, we need to find a way to keep that movement in our life always.
Balance. Balance is key. Stretch your arms out, stretch your legs out. The saying, if you don't use it, you lose it, and that is so true.
Dance has always been a part of me, always. I actually started formal dance when I was 8. Your age doesn't limit you, this limits you. A lot of the older people have gotten into this crazy mindset that you reach a certain age and you stop living. Well, if anybody says that around me and they're a certain age, I'm going to give them a big lecture about
I challenged myself after tap class to do refit. That's my new favorite thing to do when tap isn't going on. Music, movement, a group of women collectively having fun together.
I like to move. I would rather take a class that was some type of movement in it, like we've talked about Zumba and some of these others. Because again, it's feel good, makes you feel good about yourself, about the people in the class with you, just about life in general.
Imagine just, don't shut your eyes all the way, but just kind of shut your eyes to where they're just barely closed. Me as a visually impaired person, I would hazard to say I move in a space differently than you do. I'm a cane user. I'm trying to find lines on the sidewalk and make sure I'm walking straight. In a dance class, you could do a lot of things by sound, and you kind of get the idea of movements the more that you dance with somebody. But you're not only trying to stay in your spot and then move from your spot, because the choreography has you moving while you're doing the different dance steps and all the arms and all the everything. It's still very much working with a group as a body. I think there's a reason why they call a corps de ballet, you really are a corps, because you're learning how to go in formation and do all the different things. And it's very much that too with the tap dance troupe.
You're asking me about expression? I'm very expressive with my voice and my action.
Things that we wear, things that music that we listen to.
Absolutely. I think music is a big thing for both of us. We like all kinds. And we definitely express ourselves when we feel a beat in there.
Expression is putting everything you are into your movement. It's okay to copy other people, but to me, to express who you are makes what you do unique. And it's kind of like an autograph, it's your signature. I like to combine feeling in every part of your body, your face, your hands. Everything should be telling a story. And that's what you're expressing, is your story.
We have had over the years, when we were doing certain ballets, that we would have to read about what it was that we were dancing about. We did one out at the amphitheater on Emily Dickinson, on Miss Emily, and we had to read her poetry so that we would know how she felt, to be able to portray that in what we were doing. It's a vital part of dance.
I think a lot of people think I'm outgoing, but deep down, I'm an introvert. I've had to force myself to be expressive in my job, but deep down, I'm still kind of a shy little girl.
She's definitely extroverted. A little more than me, but I'm kind of extroverted. I'm a little more quiet than her.
She's both. When she goes home in the evenings, you're totally, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. The whole body.
Introverted for sure. I don't know, sometimes I feel that way. I just go with the flow.
Yeah.
I try to express myself as a positive person, and I like to stay on the upbeat side. There's too many things out there that bring you down anyway, so I try to just have a good time, always have fun, and give it my best every single day. And if I don't succeed one day, try it again the next day, Lord willing.
Inner life is very important to the outer life. A big part of who I've been, who I am becoming, is because of performing. Karen may not be that confident of a person, but you put a spotlight on me and give me some business on stage, a play or a musical or a dance or whatever. Deep breath, you turn it on, and the things that you learn on stage, you can apply to what's going on in your outer life.
I think your self-identity evolves as you evolve. You should always be changing. If you're the same now as you were when you were 10 or 16 or 21, then you really haven't lived life. now that my children are grown and out of the house and I have an empty nest, I have to re-identify who I am. Now I identify as a wife, as a mother. First and foremost, I'm a Christian, and that I believe I need to love people like Jesus would love people, without reservation. And I will always identify as an educator. And I would want people to see me and know that I was a person who truly cared about the people she served.
I think the biggest drawback to getting older is that you become isolated. And you somehow feel like you don't belong, you're not a part of the rest of the world because you're a certain age.
I think sometimes when you get older, you kind of forget how to play nice with each other. And having places that are your great neutral space, the space where you're not being judged for being young, old, thin, that it's a great thing to have a community to where you can just be you and not have to worry.
So our class in and of itself is community. We have a little tribe going, and I'll go back to the power of women. We encourage each other, we cheer for each other, and in my opinion, that's my definition of a community.
You know, nobody judges anyone in there, and
Yeah.
you just open up, and it just makes you comfortable.
It's raw. You know, you put yourself on the line and you're in front of those mirrors, and if we didn't have that sense of community, we might not be as vulnerable to share and have as much fun as we do. But I think we kind of protect each other. We're in this together, and we were brave enough to do it.
It's important for each of us to show other people who maybe are waiting for somebody like us to get them started.
Whenever I tell someone I'm taking tap dance, they're like, really? Where? That sounds
That's
so
so
much
fun.
fun. I would love to do that.
I always try to keep the mentality, no matter what you have going on, there's always somebody out there that might just be having a bad day. I try to be a little ray of sunshine, I guess you could say. That one little act of kindness could be everything to the person next to you.
Well, we are a very close-knit family. We do Friday night dinners every Friday night, but so this class has made us not be able to have our Friday night dinners together, but we will resume that after class is over.
Family and friends is everything to me. My rock is my mom. I probably said that last year too, but my rock, I'm very fortunate to still have my rock in my life. When Paula first told me that they were getting everybody rounded up for the class again, she told me that she was trying to talk her sister into doing it. And I thought that would be wonderful because we always have so much fun together anyways.
And then Kim is also like a sister to me. She's a friend, but she's like a sister. So she's there also. All the girls are so much fun. I love them all.
I just want to give an appreciation for this experience. You know, without Tanita having the idea and doing the work to get the grant every year, we wouldn't have had this experience. Nash, he is so busy this year especially, yet he comes to class with an energy like we're the only job he has. And I appreciate that so much.
The era that we came from, we were very much raised to be seen and not heard. Don't take up space. And you just need to kind of be okay with taking up space, having an opinion, having the voice, being you and being comfortable with it. Most of the people in your family, most of the people who truly love you, they're gonna love you no matter what.
You can't let people define you, put you in these little boxes. If you go by what people tell you you should do, you'll just be standing still your entire life doing nothing.
People always say, you know, maybe I'll start it next week, and before you know it, the years have flown by. Get up, get moving, you'll feel better, and you'll be glad you did.
Jerry Rose told me this. very important statement that keeps regenerating in my mind. If you don't use it, you lose it. If you don't get out there and you learn to do new things, your life narrows down. So if you want to have a nice, good, full life, you should continue to learn things and do new things as long as you can, as long as you're able to do it.